just jump right in. If you need to get up and grab any supplies or anything now, water, tea, coffee, anything, just go ahead and do that while we're getting settled in. And also it's really helpful if everyone just keeps themselves on mute while I'm talking, just so we can, we don't have any interferences on the sound aspect of it. So I'm gonna get right into things. And so, okay, so for the next 10, 15 minutes or so, I'd like for you to close your eyes or just find a place in the room to focus your attention. You can also keep your eyes open if that makes you feel more comfortable, or you can turn your camera off if you'd like. This is going to be your time and space. The theme of the night is really just letting go of whatever is with you that you've carried with you through the day. Maybe you're having some migraine symptoms that are hard. And just see if you can close your eyes and take a breath. Just start to notice the natural cadence of your breathing. Inhale and the exhale. And as you're settling in and focusing on your breathing, I just want to remind everybody that there's no right or wrong here in this space. We're cultivating a creative space for everybody tonight. So we're going to work really hard to let go of any judgments we have about ourselves or about any creativity we have tonight. Take another deep breath in. And we're just going to approach this from a place of curiosity and openness, because that's really what mindfulness is all about, having non-judgmental awareness. See if you can do a brief scan of your body, just noticing if there's any areas that feel comfortable, uncomfortable, any tension. Start from the top of your head, work your way down. Noticing those areas that are hard to remember, like our jaw especially. You can loosen your jaw. So you can relax your shoulders. Just keep breathing in and imagining that your breath is moving through your body, just relaxing different areas as it courses through your body. Maybe even you're experiencing some pain, something that's tense. Whether you feel discomfort in your body now, or even if there's not, take some time to just reflect on how you've been doing lately. Have you had migraine symptoms or chronic pain or anything else that's been challenging for you? Dizziness or aura, anything that's been hard for you physically? And if you don't experience migraine, or you're not in that space right now and you're feeling okay, just think about if there's something that you feel like you need to let go of, something bothering you, weighing heavy on your mind. Remembering to focus on your breath. You can always come back to that. And see if you can create a visual image in your mind that captures one of these things that is difficult for you right now, whether it's a physical experience you're having or something else you're struggling with. See if you can create a snapshot of something that would capture it, whether it's a person or an item or a color, symbol. Just try to see if you can create a mental image of the things that are challenging you right now. Take notice of all the details of this image that you're creating. See if you can really picture it for yourself. And now I'd like to invite you to imagine that you are in a field, and it's quiet. It's around the time of dusk. It's the sun setting. The grass is tall. There's a breeze. You can smell the trees around you lining this field. And you see the sky. It's illuminating with orange and pink, beautiful colors. Then you're just walking through this field and you come across something huge. Notice this ginormous hot air balloon that's in the field. It's off in the distance. And you just can't believe your eyes. You're like, wow. I've never seen anything like this before. The colors and the textures of the balloon, it's so vivid and bright. And there's a wicker basket. And you can just really feel how massive this balloon is. And you see that it's also tethered to the ground with a rope. There's a stake in the ground that's holding it in place. Just take a moment to observe this wonderful thing that you've stumbled upon. It's so interesting and captivating. And now start to recall that image that you had, that snapshot of something that's bothering you. And I want you to see if you can imagine that item or that person or something going into the basket of the hot air balloon. And it's sitting there inside of the balloon. And imagine that you can take the rope that's tethering the balloon to the ground and you start to loosen the knot, untightening it with your hands with as much power and force as you can to set the balloon free. And now the balloon starts to float away. And it flies higher and higher into the sky. And all of the things that are in that basket seem to be moving further away. And the balloon moves steadily and consistently through the sky, higher and higher and further away, until it's nothing more than a small dot in the sky. And it keeps going. And then finally it's out of sight. And you're standing still in the field, and take a moment to experience the air around you, the beauty of the sun setting. It's cool and it's fresh. And take another breath here. Just try to enjoy this moment. You're at peace. And the only thing that matters right now is you. And the cadence of your breath moving in and out of your body as you're present in this experience. Take another breath. And when you feel like you're ready, you can start to return to our space together. You can open your eyes, you can sort of reorient yourself and stretch out if you want. Take a moment here. And for the next 10, 15 minutes, we're going to have some time for you to create and There's no expectation here of what you can create. There's no limitations. You can choose to depict something that you might have visualized. You can write about how you experienced this process. You can um, draw with colors that represent the emotions that maybe you're feeling going through this process. Whatever it is, could be something that came to mind for you. I'd like for you to take some time and take your art materials that you have, whether it's a sketchbook here like me or blank paper that you have on hand. And you can get your art materials ready. And just choose a color that you feel drawn to. And without thinking too much, you can start to draw or write whatever feels right for you now. It's really about trusting your intuition here. Nobody is judging your artwork, and this is a safe place to explore. It is really about the process of creating that is what we're focusing on. So we're not asking for masterpieces here. And see if you can take the next several moments and work quietly in your space. You can feel free to put music on if that will help you. And just try to use this time to focus on something for yourself to create. And I'll check in with you in just a few moments and let you know when we're getting close to the time. We need to return together, but take this time for yourself. I'm going to put myself on mute for the next several moments. I also like to remind people that sometimes this process can bring up a lot of criticism around the ability to create. So just notice for yourself if you're feeling self-conscious about what you're making, or if like it doesn't look good. It's again really not about it looking good. You're in a safe space. We're not judging how it's supposed to look. Just allow things to flow and give yourself space for whatever needs to be expressed here. And take another 2 minutes or so, and you may not be complete by the end of this, but it's something that you can use as a starting off point for more artwork, or to finish this artwork later at another time, or writing, whatever you're choosing to do. Just take another few minutes. All right. I'm gonna ask that everybody take a break from whatever it is that you're doing right now. And if you'd like to turn on your camera or come back into the space, feel free to unmute yourself. I like to leave a few minutes for discussion and hear how you're doing, hear how things are going for you, how that was for you. If there's anything that you feel like you need to express or to share your artwork, you're welcome to do it at this time. No pressure to share anything though, but I like to give the opportunity. So I'm going to open it up. Would anyone like to share anything?
Well, I had a good, it looks like my usual, I was an elementary school teacher, and my students were always so forgiving of my drawing and my artwork, but I haven't done it in a while, and I've been wanting to take an art class. So I really thank you for tonight. It was great.
Oh, what was it that you ended up drawing?
Well, I started with a sunset, and then that morphed into a house, and then that morphed into a playground with trees and a picnic blanket, sort of all my special things. So I thank you. I hope that others found their inner child, maybe. Is that who we find, and leave our inhibitions, as you said, somewhere else? And
absolutely. That's the goal. That's the goal. We all need that. We all need to return to that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That is a playful, exciting image that you've created. I can really imagine it for myself.
Yeah, well, I thank you for giving us all this opportunity tonight. I don't know if anyone else wants to share or comment. I see some smiling, happy faces, relaxed. I think it was successful.
Good. Yeah, it's good to just take a mental break. Heidi, do you want to share something?
Sure, I'll share. I'm in California. It's really hot, and I don't have air conditioning. So I just kind of, this is, let's see if I can get this right. This over here is the fan. that I've kind of been sitting in front
Wow.
of. So
Oh
just,
my goodness.
I couldn't really concentrate on anything else.
Yeah.
Usually I'm much more present in the meditation, but I was just like a thought.
Hmm. I hear you too. I'm in California as well, and it's so hot right now, and it's just about the only thing we can all focus on. And so it sounds like you used the art to express that in some way. Yeah. And all of those lines that you use. Can you hold your image up
Yeah,
again?
sure. So it's just kind of the
Wow.
cooling air
Yeah.
coming. And I have to say, like, while doing it, I definitely felt cooler.
Wow.
Like it was,
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah. You're like channeling all the cool vibes. All right. Anybody else?
Well,
Hi, Deanie. Do you want to share something?
mine is very, I was very taken by your story. And so I'm no artist, believe me.
Oh, wow.
I drew myself and I drew my head moving into the basket. And I drew myself saying, someday my head is going to go into that basket and the basket's going to fly away and I'll
Mm,
have more headaches.
yeah.
That's what your story did for me. And that's what I drew.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it sounds like the story and the visuals helped you to imagine that. And oftentimes, this is a little meditation that I like to do myself sometimes before I go to sleep if there's something on my mind. And I just like to imagine this idea of a hot air balloon floating away, and I can cut the tie or I can unravel the knot or whatever and allow those things to just float away. And it's really helpful before bedtime in case there's still stuff on your mind from the day or anything that you're experiencing. So I'd encourage you to give it a shot on your own as well. All right, I know it's just about time. It's 5 o'clock here, 8 o'clock for probably most of you, but anything else, any other words? Or Tom, you want to
Tom?
share something? Oh, you got to unmute yourself,
You
Tom.
got it.
I'm in Philadelphia, and in Philadelphia we have something called the Zoo Balloon. The Philadelphia Zoo has this hot air balloon that they charge people to go into, and they do weather forecasts from there. And the Zoo Balloon is not far from my house, and you can see it every day in the summertime floating over homes around here.
Oh, wow.
What
We can't
I
really
tried to
see the
draw
image
was-
too well because it's like blurring out.
There,
but-
now we can see
yeah, we
it.
can see it
Yeah.
now.
I got all this steady.
Wow.
But anyway, the Zoo Balloon
Oh,
has the 6 ABC Zoo Balloon up and away. And next to it is the Comcast Tower, the second tallest building on the East Coast. And it's supposed to be our city hall with Billy Penn's statue. It looks like he's jumping, but that used to be the tallest building in the city from 1900, and that's Billy Penn on top of City Hall. But you brought up the balloon, and I thought about how delightful it would be to not have a headache and go up in this balloon and float over the city and see all the landmarks, because I'm a native Philadelphian, and see all that stuff. And
mm.
maybe someday I'll just go down there, and whatever it costs, I'll just say, take me up for like 20 minutes or something. Make sure that we land somewhere other than the Delaware River. So thank you for the
Wow.
imagery of the balloon. It's a very uplifting, pardon the pun, expression to talk about something up in the clouds in the air and the beauty of nature and the blue sky. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I think it's really interesting that you placed yourself in the balloon and imagined that. And I love how everyone takes it in a different direction. That's really the beauty of all of this. And it sounds like you need an escape to see all those awesome Philly landmarks sometime soon. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Well, great to see you. And thank you again to Patty and Miles for Migraine for hosting. And please engage in the mindfulness exercises that we host for you. We love to see you. And they happen bi-weekly, I believe. Is that right, Patty?
That's
Is it still
correct.
bi-weekly?
And if you go on the Miles for Migraine website, they're also, or if you go on YouTube and do Miles for Migraine, you'll find we have our past ones. And I always find it helpful to revisit some of the mindfulness exercises. I hope all of you in California get a respite from this heat very, very soon. We think of you. Thank you so much,
Aw,
Jennifer.
Thank you so much. And I
Mhm.
hope to see you guys next time. It was great to see
Wow.
you. Take care.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. Here we go. We're gonna get out.
Thanks, Patty.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. It was really good. Thanks, Katie. Okay.
Yeah, I stayed on, sorry.
I think we still have one more person on. Oh, were you on the whole time?
I did, I stayed on.
Oh,
I was here, I'm going to West Virginia
I think we still have one. Okay, there. Okay, it's just us now. Yeah, okay. You're going to West Virginia. Oh,
for our event tomorrow.
you are.
So I was going up the steps with my suitcase to pack and jump in the shower when you called, so my hands were full.
I am so glad you were able to do this. Thank you. There's something in my computer, something bug. I don't know what it is, but it won't let me. Every time I try to do Zoom, it just won't let me do it. And yet this afternoon I did it with no one there, and it was fine. So I did a test run and it worked fine. So I thought, okay, I'm good. I'll just get on at 7:15, and then it didn't work. I was just, I know. So I don't think I'll get in touch with Helen, but I don't think I should host them anymore because I can't get on as a host.
Yeah, just in case, yeah.
It's so strange.
All right,
Anyway,
It was good.
have a
Yeah,
good,
you're always good.
have a good one. Good.
So yeah, now I'll go pack and I will go shower now.
Okay, and then I was thinking one of these times when I go, I was in Philly today, I got some nerve blocks, but next time I go, let's see if we can meet up, because I have been putting together some ideas of maybe, I don't know, another way of hitting this school stuff now that schools are open, so.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing, now that they're back to school.
Yeah,
We
so
should-
I think it'd be better to meet, maybe we could meet in person like we did before at Borders and just kind of see what we can figure out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I should jump on them, soon.
Yeah, when you get back and all your travel probably doesn't settle down. But anyway, have a good trip and thanks for doing it.
Sure, no problem.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
okay. Bon voyage.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Okay, all right, bye.
Bye.